Stadium, home of the South Carolina. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside.
Speed, and if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels, but to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. Kickoff unit first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Touchdown, Volunteers! Stealing a score on special teams.
Well, the punter wasn't able to get a lot of leg on that one, and it gave him a chance to field it, and then he found his lane, he put his foot in the ground, and it was off to the races. A huge momentum-shifting play on special teams.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably...
And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Set to advance on the football.
Slithers into space.
The returner brings it out to the 44.
The Volunteers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance this guy
Page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also...
What a cut! Now he's loose. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squad.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Escapes the sack. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Made a defender miss. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Shows him the stiff arm. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. This quarterback part of their running game. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown ball.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game.
He's got it near midfield. The spin, still on his feet. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here comes the option. Finding an escape route. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10.
This is an offense that can move the sticks and a whole lot of...
Got some room in it to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
South Carolina, 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Oh, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
This is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Fires complete on the crosser. There he goes. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit?
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the option. The pitch. And some room to work. Oh, he got loose. He's loose. Touchdown, Tennessee. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Man, what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, create an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we are ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you need.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown ball. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance.
Like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Utah State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Leaves him with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Stands in and takes the hit. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point.
That makes the score Tennessee 58, South Carolina.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Turns it loose deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Volunteers! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
That makes the score Tennessee 65, South Carolina 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Got him downfield. Just what they're looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
You know, I really like how this offense uses the QB in the running game because he might not be the fastest quarterback in college football, but he's got just enough that you have to respect him and you have to account for him defensively.
The Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Quarterback keeps it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at...
He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing...
Brings into the open. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. And the Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's Acho. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pulled down for the tackle. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Goes to the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And here comes the punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Out of the gun to give to the back. On the move at the 30. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Handoff from the gun. At the 40, there he goes. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown ball.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to San Diego State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The option look. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Volunteers! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
That's why I love this offense running this option play, because if this running back gets the ball on the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Madden. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Power football with the run. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Jukes his way for more. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Touchdown, Tennessee! Great job by the back on the option.
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw in that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Oh, they're after him. There he goes. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The give out of the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. And the Volunteers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He'll pitch it. Sweet cut there. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got the first down and still on his feet. Touchdown ball! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. And the Vols racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. The give. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. The punt can bail them out. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Now on the option. Quick toss. Running into the open space. Turning it on. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. The quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Slips a tackle. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. The Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. On the option. He'll toss it. Picks up the 1st down. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Makes a man miss. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the option. Rides the back and leaves it. Quick step and go. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Using his legs, it's Tacho. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring it on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.